y'all. I gotta find my Vaseline because I'm sure my lips look chapped. It's right here. But hey, Kerrett Squad, you already know who it is. It's Kerrett Lischelle, and can y'all even hear me? Today's vlog should be more. It's not gonna be a college vlog because I'm not on campus. I know this looks familiar because this was in my dorm room. I'm back home. I just put this up because this is so me. Like, this is me. Like, I am it. This is me. But I'm gonna be talking about college and
how to get accepted, scholarships, FAFSA,
whatever it is. So I have a couple of documents here, and then if you see me looking this way, it's because I have my laptop right here. This is where I kept my notes at for this video. So without talking too much, because y'all know that's my favorite thing to do, we just gonna get right into the video. Hey y'all, so I'm trying to record this with the natural lighting before the sun goes down for the day, but so right here I have my unofficial transcript. This isn't the final one. This is just the only copy I could find because most of the info on here isn't right or isn't updated. So we're gonna fast forward. We're gonna go back in time, and right now, as of now, I'm a senior in high school. So I went to Friendship Collegiate Academy, FCA, home of the Knights, in Washington, D.C. I was in the early college academy, which was the 4th floor. We had like 4 floors. I was a top floor, which is the AP floor, the smart people floor, but everyone was smart everywhere. But you know, early college, shout out. I'm gonna always rep early college because we was lit, always. I was my class president 2 years back to back. The crazy thing is, I was the president, but I felt like nobody talked to me. Which is true, nobody talked to me. Like, I don't know. I just didn't. I didn't have friends like that. I wasn't it. I was a cheerleader. I was in the marching band. And then SGA. So those are the 3 things that I did. Yeah, those are the 3 things that I did in high school mainly. In my first year, my 9th grade year, I was in the jazz band, and then 10th grade I was in the marching band. So I got like to experience different types of music like that, which was great. I played the alto saxophone. So yeah. So that was a little background. That's not what I was supposed to be talking about. But either way, fun fact, now y'all know. So according to this transcript, I'm going to read my classes. I took, it's not in order, but you can just get a feel of what I did. I took AP English, Literature and Composition, DC History, AP Chemistry, AP English Language and Composition, AP Government and Politics, Honors Algebra 2, College and Career Prep. Oh, that was advisory. Music Theory, U.S. History, AP World History, Honors World Literature, Entrepreneurship, Geometry, PE, Chemistry, General Chemistry, Algebra 1, College, what? I just read a line above, I'm sorry. I took Algebra 1, English 9, Fitness for Life, Founder of Studio Art, Matter and Energy, Spanish 2, Student Seminar. I don't remember what that was. I think that was just like a kind of like an advisory class too. And then I took U.S. History. And then I had a grade that transferred from middle school, which was my Spanish 1 grade. So basically when I went into high school, I only needed 1 more Spanish credit to graduate. So that's basically the classes that I took. Now for my cumulative summary. So basically I've always been a B+ average student. I mean, I did get A's and B's, but I didn't get enough A's to qualify for A+ average, which is fine. I mean, everybody isn't an A+ type of person. I know I definitely put in work every time I had work to be done. I wasn't one of those that just flew by because my mom did everything for me. I'm not even gonna call any names. I'm just gonna let the Lord handle that one. I know what I earned is what I earned because that's the work that I did for it. So basically, my 9th grade year, I had a 3.3. My 10th grade year, I averaged a 3.5. Then my 11th grade year, I had a 3.8. My 12th grade year, I had a 3.7. And my overall average was a 3.6, which is what it's saying on here, but I'm sure I didn't graduate with a 3.6, which is fine. I don't really have to. It says I was ranked 10 out of 205, which is false because I was ranked 7. And then it's saying that I had 103 community service hours, which would mean I wouldn't graduate because we needed 120 to graduate. So yeah, with that being said, let's say this is what I sent off to my college. This is what I sent off to my colleges. Okay, so I basically just went over my transcript. That's exactly what I did. And with that being said, it was now time for me to apply to colleges. Okay, so that was a little bit about my transcript. So that's what I would have to send off to my schools. Now it's time for me to apply to colleges to see what's what and where am I gonna go and stuff like that. So my top two choices were Spelman College in Atlanta, Georgia, and North Carolina Central University in Durham, North Carolina. So, of course, me reaching for the stars, going to Spelman. I don't know, it was just like, I wanted to be a Spelmanite so bad. I definitely knew I was an HBCU type of girl because, I don't know. Like, if I start explaining, it's gonna defeat the purpose of the video. Just know that I'm an HBCU type of person. So, of course, yes, the majority of the colleges that I did apply to were HBCUs. Nothing against PWIs and, like, mixed schools or anything. My preference was just an HBCU. So, these are some of the acceptance letters that I received. Not all of them because that would just really be long. Virginia Union University, Fayetteville State University, Clark Atlanta University, Bethune-Cookman University, Marshall. I don't know if it's Marshall College or Marshall University. I'm sure it's Marshall University. The University of Toledo, which is a really, really great school. It's just too big for me and too far and too cold. Shaw University. And the list goes on and on. But then finally, your girl got this in the mail. I got this. You just got a letter. You just got a letter. Wonder who it's from. Girl, I mean, Kerrett Squad, when I tell you I opened this joint, I was almost weak in my knees. I started crying. I don't know what I was doing before Millie Rockin' came out. No, Millie Rockin' was out. I don't know. I was doing something. I was cutting up, man. Oh my goodness. I was so happy. Because it's crazy because I got this after, okay, maybe I lied. I wasn't cutting up because I had already knew that I got accepted. But I called the lady one time when I was in my financial aid's office, little advisor's office or whatever. And I called and I was just like, I can't get into my banner for one. And then for two, when I did get into my banner, there wasn't a decision that was rendered yet. So I was just like, what is going on? Please don't deny me. Don't do this to me. And she was just like, we don't give decisions over the phone. I was like, what do you mean, sis? What do you mean? But she was just like, well, since your decision was made about 3 months ago. Just like, Slim, you really had me out here going off, acting crazy as if my advisors weren't sending off my transcripts and stuff, and your decision was already rendered, really? So long story short, she told me I was an eagle, and I was just like, I knew that. I mean, not to be cocky, I mean, I knew I could get into the school, but it was just the fact that the school was on my list and I got accepted, it kind of made me happy. So this is just a printout of my acceptance letter. Shout out to NCCU 21 because y'all know exactly what I'm talking about. It says here, congratulations, people. On behalf of the entire North Carolina Central University community, I'm pleased to inform you that your candidacy for undergraduate admissions has been accepted. As we begin our journey toward legal excellence, we look forward to welcoming you to a community with a gateway of opportunity. And from that day on, this is what I chose, and I'm gonna forever keep this because I don't know, I just feel like this is memories. So basically all these other stuff had to go. Now before what do you call it, actually fully making your decisions, you have to make sure that you're doing your research. Don't go to a school because, oh, it's lit, this, that, and the third. And don't go to a school because your friends are going to a school. You have to do your research, make sure you know what your major is, and pick a school that is great with your major, that will give you internships, that will give you scholarships, that will give you more a variety of things to do within your major, so you're not just going to class, you get to have that in your field experience, you know what I'm saying? So me being the person that I am, when I first moved to Jamaica, I went to Fayetteville, North Carolina. That's where I was for a year, and I fell in love with North Carolina because it was slow paced, it wasn't fast, it wasn't the city life, it was just chill, it was cool, it was calm, nothing really bothered me. And I don't know, I was just at peace in North Carolina. So I knew that I was either gonna go down south or I was gonna go to a school in North Carolina. Mind you, I applied to Duke, but remember, I'm an HBCU type of girl. But then again, NCCU is right there by Duke, so if I want to then I can. But I picked North Carolina Central University. But the crazy thing is, I had already I paid my housing. Yeah, that's what happened. Like, the day the link actually worked, I paid my $150 for housing. I was like, Dad, you need to give me $150 right now, or I'm not going to college. I promise you, I will not be your daughter. I will cut you off. I will never tell you I love you ever again in my life. Hang up. He calls me back and he's just like, what are you talking about? At this point, I didn't even tell him I made my decision for college yet, so it was just so much at one time. But my mom was there. She was on the phone with some family member, and she was just like, you're too loud. Like, what are you doing? And I think at this point, she didn't even know I was about to pay for my housing. Either way, I had my $150 in the bank, and as soon as that link opened, I put my little information in, I got that confirmation, and that was it. Have I ever been to Durham, North Carolina? No, ma'am. No, sir. Have I ever been on campus? No. All I knew was the name, the colors, the mascot, and I knew its location. So with that being said, I can't give you too much information on why I chose North Carolina Central University. Mind you, they have a great bio program. Thank God, because I would have been mad if I went wholeheartedly and they didn't. So I'm kind of grateful for that. I did a little bit of research about campus life, but not too much academically wise, which is fine because it's a great school. Yeah, so anyway, that happened. And it was time for Eagle preview, I think. At first it was the group chats first. So I got into all the group chats. You know, I had NCCU 20 in my bios and stuff. At one point, I think my @ name was Queen Eagle or something. I was so pressed. Like, yo, I was so pressed. So yeah, I got into the group chats and I got to talking to a lot of people, and the group chat can either be a hit or a miss for you. I'm not even about to get into that because my group chat experience was really just like, really, y'all? Really? But at the end of the day, you know, it's just about 100 people in a group chat, and they're more than 100 freshmen that came in. So when it came down to moving on campus, I think I only spoke to about 3 of them in the group chat. Everybody else I saw, but they didn't speak. So it was just like the group chat on campus, your mouth in the group chat, your mouth on campus. I'm just like, whatever, that's for the birds. So then Eagle Preview came, which is that was my first time coming to North Carolina, period. So I remember that's when I basically started my vlog. That was my longest vlog. And no, I think, yeah, that was my longest vlog, but it was my first college experience. So, you know, I was recording everything and stuff like that. And that's when I fell in love with the campus, because I hadn't seen an updated version of the campus, because the ones that are on YouTube, they're of bad quality, for one. And then for two, that was back when I guess the buildings looked a little better, a little newer. So I really didn't I didn't know what to expect. But when I went there, like, it just sold it for me. I'm just gonna keep saying fast food, because that's just what I'm used to. That had to be completed. And when I tell you, it was the hardest process for me. Like, I was just over it.
Bruh.
I was just over it. So I was over it, one, because I couldn't remember my password. So I think I changed my passwords about a good 20 times, and I still don't remember it to this day. And then just FAFSA just it didn't help your girl out. So it is so much free money out there. You just have to go get it. You really just have to go get it. And with me having the mom that I had, she went to school in Jamaica, then she came here, and then she went to Virginia Commonwealth University, and she went somewhere else. But she never had to pay for anything, because she was just always up there. She got a scholarship for everything that she did. And because I knew I was smart in high school, and because I knew, like, I felt like I got this, because I was in good academic standing. I was in great academic standing, honestly. So I applied to a lot of scholarships. And then I had to realize, like, on top of that, I wasn't just competing with the kids in the DMV or the kids in DC. I was competing with other kids from different schools in different states that have the same GPA as me or a higher GPA as me and stuff like that. So basically, I think I sounded really sappy in that last little. So I'm gonna drink some water. We're gonna snap back, because like talking about scholarships really get on my nerve, simply because I had to take out a loan, and my mom always told me she was never gonna take out a loan for me, simply because she knew she held me to a high standard, and I felt like I was kind of like a disappointment to her, because she ended up having to take out a loan for me. And it was like, what more could I have done to ensure that I at least had another scholarship? You know what I'm saying? I think I even applied for a scholarship that was for boys only, but at that point, y'all could have called me Kyle, because I would have gladly had taken that scholarship. So, yeah, definitely y'all want to make sure that y'all are on y'all scholarships, and don't ever submit a scholarship that requires an essay without it being revised by at least 2 teachers, because if one teacher might miss it, but the next teacher might pick it up. So definitely do that. And yeah, it doesn't hurt to try. If the requirement is a 3.5 and you have a 3.2, dang it, if your SAT scores is like that, you have community service, you're active in your community, you're just great you're a great student overall, and you get great recommendation letters, then you should be fine. You can be fine, whatever. Just don't let, like, stuff on paper, like, don't let it think that you're not good enough because you have a 2.5 and you need a 3.0. That doesn't mean that, okay, I'm just gonna let that go because I'm not smart enough and I don't have what it takes. You probably do. You most likely do. So go for it. Like, just go for it. It doesn't take much to just send an application. Like, I mean, geez. I sent an application to Yale knowing daggone well, I was not Yale ready for nothing. But I sent it. Was I even looking for a letter back? No. Did I get one back? Yeah. You know what it said? No. So you know what I did? Nothing, because I just tried, and that was it.
And my last thing is, like, I'm about to just brainstorm off the top of my head the do's and the don'ts. So it's basically kind of going to be a recap of what I just spoke about, but it's just about to be off the dome, so I'm about to be spitting some hot fire for y'all in a hot second. Join organizations, do community service, be active around your community, be active in your school, know your professors, go to office hours, talk to your student advisor, know your student advisor, meet with your student advisor at least twice a week, know somebody in your major, know somebody higher up in your major, join group chats for your majors, join class chats, study, go to the library, staying in your room 24/7 is a dub, go out at least once or twice. Don't be afraid to be yourself. If you're not want to be flashy, don't be flashy. Mature, grow, get to know people, know your friends, pick your friends wisely, stop doing for others if they won't do for you, remember why you're there, keep your GPA up. The calf is going to be a disappointment sometimes, it's okay, so keep a little chump change so you can get you some Domino's, to Pizza Hut, something. What else?
But I don't know, like, I wanted this video to kind of be like a fun little chit chat, but I feel like I defeated the purpose. So we might try this again another time, but with a different topic. But as for now, this is my college tips for Jew. I attend the North Carolina Central University. I am a biology major with a pre-medicine concentration, and my minor is in Spanish. So feel free to comment below what college you're going to, any questions you have. I'll be sure to either answer it in the comment box, or I'll make a separate video if I have enough questions that I can make a quick 5-minute video. So yeah.